Hello, everyone. My name is Olivia. I'm 47 years old, and this is one of the most unbelievable stories I've ever experienced. Even now, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it, but I can't stop replaying the events in my mind.
You don't grant someone free reign, but rather free reign. A queen reigns over her domain, while to reign is to control a horse, which is the origin of this phrase. I notice this mistake frequently, even in professional writing, and it drives me crazy. Most cats are highly lactose intolerant, so consuming milk is extremely harmful to them. The plural of cul-de-sac is correctly written as cul-de-sac. Similar to humans, cows in Britain moo with regional accents. Coconut milk is not the liquid found inside a coconut. That's coconut water. Coconut milk is derived from the white flesh, which is shredded or chopped, soaked in warm water, and then squeezed through cloth to produce the milk. Being antisocial refers to acting in a way that is hostile or harmful to societal norms, characterized by sharp deviation from accepted behaviors. Asocial, on the other hand, means rejecting or lacking the ability for social interaction. My favorite fun fact: penguins swim faster than Michael Phelps. Remember that special where they compared Phelps's speed to a shark's? Totally absurd, because even prey that sharks eat swims faster than he does. For clarity, penguins are on a shark's menu. The phrase World Wide Web has fewer syllables than its abbreviation WWW, making the shorter form take longer to say. There's a D in fridge, but none in refrigerator. This discrepancy really irks me. Humpty Dumpty was never explicitly described as an egg. Cats, dogs, and similar animals are unable to see directly beneath their faces because their snouts obstruct their vision. This is why you have to repeatedly point out a treat. It's not that they're dumb. The treat is just in their blind spot. Thee and thou were originally the informal pronouns. The King James Bible used them to make one's relationship with God feel more personal. Emergency operators don't automatically know your location unless you're calling from a landline. You must provide your location. Movies have falsely led people to believe we have spy-level tracking of your phone. A dormitory is a place for sleeping, just as a laboratory is a place for working. ATM stands for Automated Teller Machine, so saying ATM machine is redundant, like saying Automated Teller Machine. The same applies to PIN number, as PIN stands for Personal Identification Number. Covered bridges have roofs to protect the wooden structure from weather damage. Without this cover, they'd last about 20 years, but with it, they can endure for up to 100 years. Their design isn't just for aesthetic appeal. Pufferfish inflate with water, not air. This makes sense, yet many people are surprised by this fact. The terms laser and scuba are acronyms. LASER stands for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation, and SCUBA means self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Too fast is to refrain from eating, which you do every night when sleeping. The first meal of the day is called breakfast because it breaks your fast. If you handle a baby bird, the mother will not abandon it. I have no idea who started that myth. A chipotle pepper isn't a unique type of pepper. It's simply a smoked jalapeno. Words spelled identically but pronounced with different syllable stress indicate they're part of speech. If the emphasis is on the first syllable, it's a noun, e.g., contract, as in sign this contract. If the stress is on the second syllable, it's a verb, e.g., contract, as in the muscles contract. This applies to words like record, address, impact, object, and several others. Vikings didn't wear helmets with horns for decoration. You don't bite downward. Instead, you bite upward because only your lower jaw moves. Tear ducts serve to drain tears, not to produce them. The little piggy didn't go to the market for shopping purposes. Cold water cleans clothes just as effectively as warm water when modern detergent is used. However, warm water consumes significantly more energy. Around 75% of the energy for a laundry load comes from heating the water. Baby porcupines are known as porcupets. When a nurse administers an IV, the metal needle isn't left in your arm. Instead, it's removed, leaving a soft plastic tube behind. This means you don't need to keep your arm perfectly straight. You can relax. Percentages work both ways. For instance, 8% of 25 is the same as 25% of 8, and one of these is usually easier to calculate mentally. It's impossible to compensate for an unhealthy diet by exercising more. If you feel dizzy when standing up, a condition called orthostatic hypotension, clenching any muscle as hard as possible can quickly raise your heart rate and blood pressure, preventing you from fainting. Calcium and magnesium can significantly improve sleep and reduce anxiety. Placing a cold pack on your chest can immediately alleviate the urge to vomit in certain situations, such as motion sickness, panic attacks, or nausea from medication. This works by stimulating the vagus nerve. I discovered this firsthand in a hospital when a nurse placed a cold pack on my chest and I felt better instantly. If you have a back injury or broken rib and need to sneeze, looking upward significantly reduces the pain compared to hunching forward. I know this from personal experience after back surgery, and my dad confirmed it with a cracked rib. Pro tip: the older you get, the less you should trust a fart. I've been managing plantar fasciitis, and my physical therapist has me stretching my calves, and it's helping. If your feet hurt, give calf stretches a try. Grabbing hold of your thumb can suppress your gag reflex. If getting down to the floor and back up feels even slightly difficult, a good rule is if you're over 50, make it a daily habit to practice. You don't want to fall and find yourself unable to get back up and reach your phone. Regular practice makes sure you'll manage even if you sustain a mild injury. Water often works better than medicine for minor issues that don't quite need medical intervention yet. If your heart is racing and you're unable to calm down, dunk your face in cold water. This activates the mammalian dive reflex, triggering a vagal response to slow your heart rate. But be sure to see a doctor afterward. Spread your thumb and pinky apart, measure the distance, and memorize it. You can now estimate measurements with surprising accuracy. Licking doorknobs is not an effective way to strengthen your immune system. Brush and floss your teeth every day. Doing so prevents cavities, expensive root canals, and extractions while saving you money and pain. Plus, it preserves your appearance. Dentures are awful. You can significantly improve your well-being by following 3 simple steps. First, stay hydrated by drinking enough water. Your urine should be pale yellow and clear. Second, get proper sleep by avoiding stimuli like background noise, lights, or screens. Third, incorporate intentional daily exercise. A fourth tip, avoiding processed foods can help, too, though it's often harder than the first 3. Planking for just 1 minute a day can alleviate lower back pain. If you have lower back pain or sciatica, try gluteus medius burnouts. Use a table or chair for balance. Lift one leg straight to the side as high as you can, and hold it until your hip feels like it's burning or about to cramp. Repeat on the other side. It may sound odd, but it can provide instant relief. Spending time away from spaces where you're treated as a product or commodity being sold can greatly improve your mental health.